Imagine growing up getting bullied for freckles, and now people get them tattooed.
You can hit me on my phone anytime you want.
I tattooed freckles on their faces. Oh, look at that.
Like that. I ain't even mad when you dress like that.
What type of ink do they have to use? Just black?
Shit.
Holy
some tone of tattooing shit. And then people saying those tattoo freckles look horrible. Freckles looks like really bad acne. Now I look at that and I think we talked about this right before, like a week ago when I sent you this clip. That's not how it looks when it's healed.
That's like right away.
Anyone who has a tattoo knows that it looks bright and crazy and intense and red and bleeding and shit. And then
It'll probably fade a little bit.
it fades as it heals or whatever. So
But still, the idea of like just wanting to have permanent freckles now.
I always see girls do it. Like they'll
A henna tattoo type, where they like draw on the freckles.
they'll draw, yes.
Yeah, not henna tattoo, but girls do draw on fake freckles.
And I've always liked freckles. I've also never seen someone get bullied for freckles. Maybe
Yeah, I don't know which girls have got bullied.
Again, I can understand maybe in some places.
I've had freckles growing up. I think they like faded on my face or something.
Checks again?
Yeah,
Double check.
They're like not really there anymore. I had freckles more when I was a kid. I guess they really go away.
Whether people get bullied or not is a whole other thing, but it is interesting. We always are talking about body modifications and what people are doing these days.
Well, they must think it's gonna make them appear more attractive. Why else would you get that?
Correct.
You're not gonna put a freckle on your face if you didn't think this would enhance your beauty. That's the whole point. They already have their makeup, but now it's like but then does that go away when they put their makeup on? Does the makeup cover up the freckle?
To some extent, it has to.
Right?
It has to.
Or if you have natural freckles, can't you just cover them up already with makeup? I wonder.
This happened recently. I was looking at this one blonde girl. Every Instagram picture caked on makeup.
caked up.
Fucking strawberry shortcake, everything. And then
And she takes it off.
I saw one picture of her with none. I was like, why do you keep wearing all that makeup? You have
You look so much better there.
you got such a great complexion. But I've always
You
been
want to be more barefaced? I would say most girls only walk around wearing makeup nowadays, unless obviously when you're in public. So I guess when you're barefaced, you just want to have freckles. I don't know. Can you argue this is no different than getting a tattoo?
I mean,
It's what it is.
I personally, if this even looks natural, let's say when it heals and I saw a bunch of healed images and it didn't look fake, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I think the video took people by shock because they probably thought that was the final, with the reddening of the face looking like acne everywhere.
Now,
Are you gonna start doing that on your arms? Because I have freckles on my arms. Are people gonna start just fucking?
Now, I'm just watching this video again. We can kind of play it as I'm talking. Again, I'm curious how this looks, and I'm wondering if it would fool me if I saw someone like, oh, I love your freckles. They're like, they're fake.
Yeah.
They're tattooed.
I have to ask people that. Oh, you
Like
have,
some
you
of
have really nice freckles. Are they real? You have to ask people now.
Some of those don't look like they would even heal in a believable. There's no way. They look like they have scarlet fever. People need to learn to love themselves. Looks like acne or childhood disease, not freckles. I hate this stupid culture. Again, it's people will go to far lengths to try to appear more attractive to the world. And I can't blame them, because if the choice between looking uglier or cuter, I'm gonna go to the cuter side.
Yep. And when people do the permanent eye color change, is that a tattoo or is that a contact that just permanently, or do you just every night you can just switch the color up?
I think there actually are procedures where you can get it.
So it's like, is it like
actually
lasered on?
But the more common thing is contacts.
Okay.
I've seen one person with a surgical thing where they change their eye color. Most people get contacts.
I don't even want to know what that sensitivity pain feels like. I saw a video today of Liver King saying that all his abs are implants.
I saw that. I think he was capping.
Oh, he's capping?
Uh-huh.
Okay, those are real abs?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I thought Liver King, I was like, oh damn, I thought he was really working hard for those.
Real abs and a real amount of fucking steroids.
That helped produce the muscle there. Yeah, where are we at now?
While it is a permanent change, some girls get their eyebrows tattooed. Some people get their, what about wearing fake eyelashes for a month?
Yeah.
You know, and then you constantly have to get them replaced.
Or guys that want to get their hair transplant because they're balding.
Hair transplant, then again, you could argue a hair transplant probably looks a bit more natural.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna argue, oh bro, if you really need to get extra hair, you went to Turkey for that? Good job, they did good. Yeah.
I teeter between, because it's easy to go like, that's dumb and stupid and you guys are crazy. But I would also argue that appearances do matter, but you have to know, like if I think, all right, my face how it is now, and I think, if only I had freckles, people would think I'm more attractive. But that might not actually be true.
Yeah.
Like
that's what they think.
That's what they think. There are things that could make you attractive to more people.
And like you said, if you've seen nobody get bullied in your perspective, in your experience, maybe these girls will be just fine and they might appear more attractive with their freckles now.
But imagine, I think this is the example of people who, I'm gonna do something that I think looks good, and then it's like, oh,
You didn't need to do that.
You look ridiculous.
But yeah, we'll have to see how these heal up, man. I hope y'all went to the bright tattoo artist, because imagine getting ink poison in your face and now you're just breaking out every day.
I hope it looks believable when they're done with it. And if it does look believable, I ain't even mad.
If it comes out decent, we don't know yet. I don't know what ink they use, so.
I like Freckles personally. Shout out to the Freckle gang. Yeah, just try to love yourself.
Yeah, but then you see a TikTok like this and it makes you think, what do I need to change about myself? If all those girls there had to add freckles to feel better, what should I change?
If you could change something or things about yourself, what would they be?
Dang.
If given the opportunity to...
I think my body's weird. My torso is longer than my legs. I measured it once. I just wish my legs were long. Like, I'm like unproportioned. Like, my top half is taller than my bottom half. So like, you don't know until you're like standing next to me. My torso is just taller than my thing. I don't know.
No, I'd never noticed that.
No, I don't think I noticed. I think I just did it once where I was like, I saw because I bent over one time and I was like, why does my spine look so long, but my legs look small? And then I just measured myself. I was like, yeah, I'm like 6 inches taller in my torso than my legs. But the height thing's not a big deal. I could care less. Like, I'm not short. I'm not super tall. I'm like fine, but
you're not gonna get leg lengthening surgery.
Brian, I've heard about that. You break your bones and you can't walk for 1 year. Mentally, I think I'd be screwed for life if you couldn't walk for 1 year. What damage does that do to you? And then also, how strong are my legs now that they're bigger? Also, you're gonna look like SpongeBob. My arms are not gonna grow. So I'm gonna have long ass legs and my arms are short as fuck.
They upcharge you, or you got the leg surgery. By the way, we do the arm length thing too.
What would I change? What's something else I would change? Because a lot of this stuff is just things that I can just personally already do if I want to fix. Like, I would want a bigger chest right now, so I'm doing a lot of chest exercises, but that's just gonna come with eating more of the right exercises, lower body fat. So like a physical thing, I have to.
Well, because I could sit
I've
here.
always wanted blue eyes. My mom had blue eyes, but then I'm like, I might look a little too weird with that. But I don't think I've even sat on that enough for like, I really need that. I was just like, wonder what I would have looked like with blue eyes. Would that have gave me like a more, when I look at somebody like, because blue eyes always just have like a nice connotation with them.
There's almost too many things that I think, and if I changed it, then I wouldn't be me anymore, and I think I get spooked in the mirror.
So just be happy. That's why everybody says love yourself. Like, you only get this body, so deal with it. like now then again, if you didn't have an arm, I'm sure you'd say, let me get an arm.
Let me get an arm back. Or even,
because there's people that literally have body defects that they're born with, and it's like, the fact that I have all my limbs and no medication to take care of myself off of just like something was made wrong inside of me, like, I think I should just be happy with what the hell I got. Because any more upgrading, well, then the guy that actually has a problem, like, well, you should probably give him that wish versus me.
Yeah.
What would you change about yourself?
What would you change? Even though you can't change shit, except for like your body composition.
Well, hypothetically, yeah.
Might as well just focus on your body, because you really can't.
And that's what I'm saying. The best you could do is just like be active, kind of take care of that.
Love y'all.
Peace.
If you understand this, your life will change.
If you spend your time chasing butterflies, they'll fly away. But if you spend your time making a beautiful garden, the butterflies will come.
I can't believe outer intention is mainstream. I see this quote going around a lot right now, and this is about a principle that a lot of people don't know about, and it's really hard to describe.
I love him. Just
Jeez, he's ready to shit on this.
well-dressed guy with the smoothie and the spectacles on. Manifestation's just gone mainstream. You fucking idiots. Let me explain.
Jesus.
Outer intention. Not an exaggeration, not clickbait. When I learned about it, it altered my life. It'll change yours too if you start practicing it. To understand outer intention, you must first understand what inner intention is. Inner intention is when you go directly after a goal. You set an inner intention to do so. An example of inner intention is I wanted a smoothie, so I went to Tropical Smoothie and I got a smoothie. And don't get me wrong, inner intention is great. Like, if you need something right now, inner intention is pretty much your way to do it. But all weird coincidences, the really powerful stuff, outer intention. But if you try to use inner intention where outer intention would be better, it frustrates you. Here's a crazy example that happened to me that perfectly illustrates outer intention. There was a fly buzzing around my room, and I was trying to meditate, so it was irritating the crap out of me. And so I set an intention to get rid of the fly. So I got up, walking around the room, trying to clap it in my hands, trying to smack it. I picked up a plate and was trying to hit it, spending all this energy, getting frustrated. And the thing would elude me every time, flying right around me. And then I remembered the chapter I read on outer intention, and I was like, how can I make my intention the world's intention? How can I make my intention the intention of reality outside of me? And then I was like, oh. And I turned off all the lights in my room. And then I went and opened the window. And I'm not lying to you. Within 30 seconds, because that's the brightest spot in the room, the fly flew out the window. I closed the window and meditated.
I'm sorry, I like this.
Just cracked the code.
I like this guy a lot. Just him. I did that and then I meditated. He's just got this energy to him where he's like above everything and he's just very wise.
He's figured it all out.
but I'll let him keep talking.
It's when the natural progression of reality falls in line with your personal goals. Dudes are just finding out about this now with dating. Like, imagine a dude who sets an inner intention to meet a pretty girl. I should go to the club. I should go on dating apps. All that energy, all that expended energy. They don't even like the club half the time. But now this quote is teaching people outer intention. What if I just focused on my own goals, became incredibly happy with who I am, did things that I love? And then while you're out rock climbing, while you're out at that cooking class, while you're sitting there in the gym pumping iron, while you're out there working on your business, then she pops up. And you never would have met her in the club because she doesn't go. And she falls in love with you because of your mutual thing that you... Video's getting way too long, but if you want to learn more about outer intention, you know what to do.
I know what he's saying though.
So I saw that video and initially I was like, oh, you're losing me, because I almost felt like it was some whimsical hoopla, hoopy doopy, manifest and fucking think and things will happen. But then I started thinking about it more and I like kind of how he was explaining it. And basically it's a complete fact. So for example, let's say I'm a random nobody and I want Cole Bennett, the music video director, cool with all the hip hop people, like let's just call him, he's just the mogul in the hip hop industry. And I want him to follow me on Instagram. Instead of trying to ask Cole Bennett to follow me or bug him or find where he's at and do it, I should just make a YouTube channel where I talk about rappers or do rapper skits or something and then blow that up and become popular. And then, oh, so-and-so invites me to this event. And then Cole Bennett sees me there and, oh, what's up, man? And then he follows me.
Yep.
And then boom,
there you go.
The outer intention. And I was like, oh my God, you could do anything.
That makes sense. Same with like, I was gonna use, looking at where we are now to before, just back then when I was a kid, I always wanted to be I wanted to be friends with like famous YouTubers because I feel like I could relate to them. Oh, yeah, well, we make a YouTube channel where we make the same type of content of the people that I'm inspired by. And then you do that for so many years where people start watching our stuff. And then little do you know, they were in the same genre as these people. And now they reach out to us, you collab with them, and now you're friends with all the people that you want to be friends with. But if I said from the jump, I just want to be friends with famous people, I'm messaging them every day, DMing, hey, you want to be my friend? Hey, bro, I really...
Follow back.
Then I'm frustrated, I'm mad, like, why can't I be friends with famous people if that's my goal, if that's what I want to do? We attracted all of these things that that technically wasn't a goal that I thought about, but I don't mind having it because yeah, we have famous people that follow us or we're friends with or we've hung out with or we've met or been at a party where I've seen even things people I can't believe, and I didn't manifest that, but I did everything else and then it came my way. So like you said, we built the garden and then we got benefits from the bug or whatever you want to call it came to the garden. Like yeah, when you're in high school, it's very easy to be very linear over like, I need this person to like me, I need this girl to like me, I need this. And then it's, if you truly wanted those people to like you, why don't you just be yourself, do all the things you want to do? You have to figure out who you are and then you'll attract the right people to like you. But but yeah, you can literally get whatever you want technically if you just reverse it.
Someone commented, these are things that I don't like. This is a quote I don't like because it makes it seems very like hoopla and hocus pocus. I don't chase, I attract. I don't want, I already am. Like, okay. But that's saying this same concept just in a more whimsical way.
Yeah.
And this person's like, oh, give more examples. So I think about it like, if I want a caterpillar, instead of trying to find caterpillars, build a garden.
Right.
If I want to date a supermodel, instead of trying to talk to every supermodel, do something where there's no option but for a supermodel to want to speak to you.
Yeah, exist in a scenario that we would interact.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
or what do all supermodels like, or what's something that I could be doing towards that? Like that's truly what you wanted though. Like yeah, you just have to, that's the best way to do it.
I'm trying to think of other examples. What about like getting money, for example? Okay, I want $500,000.
Yeah, well then you stay locked in for 6 years and go off the grid and just grind at a job that you either attain a skill and get a job, or you get a job and you save up and you take away everything the way you live your life now, and then you get to that point.
I'm thinking of a scenario where you do something or you create something that helps enough people where they're like, I'm gonna pay you money because of the problem you solved for me. Yeah, whether that be a business. So let's say, okay, I want to, make $100,000. Let me go out and let's say something simple, cut people's grass. And then, all right, here, sir, here's 20 bucks. And then if you cut enough lawns, you'll eventually make whatever, 100K or whatever.
Well, again, like any of these ideas or visions that you have if you're young or older, like, well, we have the internet. You can Google pretty much any of this shit. Like, if I really want Cole Bennett to follow me, and I'll do it whatever it takes. Yeah, I'll just learn how to make beats. I'll learn how to do commentary videos about rappers, and you can literally Google all this stuff and get all the information you need to make it happen. I just think people are still missing the hardest part is like doing it. Most people just don't do it still.
Because you have to become the person who Cole Bennett would have no choice but to want to follow.
Correct. And if
someone
that's
like
the person you truly want to become, okay. Yeah, but you should also make sure whatever that is aligns with what you still want, and you can still fake it and then make a lot of money, and that you're truly not happy. There's that. I've seen that a lot. Some people just really don't like what they do, and
yeah, I hope people are getting what we're like.
yeah, it's because it sounds crazy. A lot of the things when I'm saying it doesn't make sense. It's like a feeling though. You just have to kind of. I mean, the garden thing makes a lot of sense to me. You want to work on building the garden instead of chasing them.
That's the best way to do it, is attribute any of your goals and just make it into a garden.
You have to build this foundation around yourself and what you do. And then all of that will give you, I'll call it even luck. There's a lot more luck in your favor now because you built this garden. There's a higher chance that this thing will come here just because of what you have going, or what you've created, or what you're doing, or what skill you have. Well, that's what Arnold did. He said that he saw himself being a governor of a state before he even did it. He saw himself being the biggest entertainer, and he just knew, if I'm gonna be the biggest entertainer, I'm gonna do a lot of acting classes, do shit. Like, some people really, the way I've heard them explain it, I'm like, wow, a lot of these very successful people in whatever lane they're in, like, they saw it ahead of time and had to figure out, how do I build everything around it to get closer to that.
I guess it's even the simplest way of putting it is people want to do that like quick one step into their goal. Like, if I do this, can I get this? But it's a matter of, you gotta go around and you gotta basically do the hard way to get to that. But that's the way that you guarantee it. It'll never work if you just try to do one step into it.
Correct. Slow motion is still motion.
Damn, that's a fact.
So, even if it's not happening right away, if you're progressing and you're still moving it along, I would say it's better to move stuff along versus letting time fleed.
Y'all get it?
Hopefully.
Build the butterfly
I'll
garden.
speak better in 10 years. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I gotta go to some more seminars.
Bye, love y'all.